Hello, 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 vintage-inspired passionista blog readers and followers, and then welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, y'all are in for a special treat, and I mean special. I was so flattered to interview the tremendously talented Christine A. Moore of Christine A. Moore Millinery at her trunk show at Gus Meyer in Birmingham, Alabama. She is so amazing, and I cannot wait to share this interview with y'all. But before I get started, I would want to tell y'all a little bit about Christine. Christine A. Moore, owner and designer of Christine A. Moore Millinery, has been creating hats professionally for nearly 15 years. After studying costume design and fine arts in college, she worked as an assistant costume designer at the Walnut Street Theater in Philadelphia. While there, she fell in love with the craft of millinery, and at the close of that season, she already had her first job in the theatrical millinery business, apprenticing Barbara Taylor. That was all it took, and Christine was to find her passion. So, without further ado, VIP viewers, here is the exclusive interview with the renowned milliner Christine A. Moore. Today's show has dubbed you as the milliner of the Triple Crown and premier hat designer for the Kentucky Derby. What are your thoughts about this?
I thank them for it. That's for sure. That point, like they're right on point with these things, and they love horse racing, and they love fashion, and they love to bring all of it together and get everyone excited about fashion. There's not a whole lot of places to dress anymore, so horse racing provides that, really. Yeah, and it's a party. It's a huge party.
I would probably just wear them to Walmart. That's just like.
Well, yes, that's what we think. That exactly. I mean, I think that you should wear this. Maybe that's a little much. Let's wear this one. I think this would be perfect for a trip to Walmart to get some of your, you know,
just groceries.
Style products and groceries and yeah. So, but no, that's not reality.
No, but you know, you feel like it should be. What's the most popular style hat among Kentucky Derbians? Like,
oh, for sure that would be this one, the Rose Garden, or you know, something that's really broad, because this is American style. See, what you're wearing is more of a British racing style, but really Americans love just hats, and you know, the broader the better. One of the things about broad hats is that they can be cumbersome. So what I like to do is add a little bit of sheer to it so that you can see through. Do you want to be my model?
Yeah, I'll be your model.
Okay.
Take this one.
Oh, wait.
You can just yank it out. It's
oh,
okay.
no.
I have curly hair.
Yeah, that's great. Although you want to get a hat hair, because curly hair often will mat down.
Oh, no.
But then you just go, yeah.
Just fluff it around.
I have a drawstring.
I think this is like my dream to wear this hat.
Yeah. Ooh. It's like a flat sausage. Okay. I have a drawstring to pull in to change the head size. I think you're following this the way it is, but see, and then you see, then it's like you get the allure, but it doesn't feel like you're wearing. Get the allure of a big hat or the the
You're not blind.
Yeah, and light comes in, so it's really good for photos because you turn whenever it's up a little bit. You know, the light comes in. And it makes a really great photo, and then you can see out, you can see the horses.
Yeah.
Is that I want the trim to be sort of there but understated. So that's why I try to do just the right amount of trim, and also it keeps the hat light, so it's not like it's not heavy on your head. Because the worst thing is at the end of the day is to hear that you have a neck ache or like you're tired of wearing a hat. I hate to hear that.
So you never want to be tired of wearing a hat.
Exactly.
You wear it all the time.
Yeah, and all day, so that you don't even have to worry about hat hair because you never took it off. And you never wanted to. Yeah. But we make everything from scratch, from flat fabric, and then we pattern it, or we pattern it out and form the flowers. In this case, these are our signature silk roses, and each petal is double folded and then wound to make around each other to make the flower. And this is actually tulle that's bound with silk, and so we make our ribbon, and then we make the flower out of the ribbon. ribbon. So that's what, it's very labor intensive. There was just
Our readers would like to know who or what inspired you to become a model.
I studied costume design, and my first professional job as an assistant costume designer was at the Walnut Street Theater, where I was the house assistant, and so designers would come in and work. We did, one of the shows that we were doing was Hello Dolly. They obviously had hats, so they hired a milliner for that, just that build, 6-week build period. She came, she mostly worked in her own office, but then she'd come in for fittings, and she would do like, she would just like do alterations on the hats that she had made. And just in that, just like those little alterations, I fell in love with the craft. Like I would watch her like mesmerized. And she would be curling these feathers, and every curl I would be like falling in the eyes. And I asked her for a job, and she hired me, and then that was it. It's once I got into millinery, I never looked back. That is exactly how I get the staff I have. Like, they're amazing, but
This hat is comfortable. You know, I've tried on a few big hats just messing around in stores, and you don't want to wear it for long. I could wear this hat all day, and it would not bother me.
Thank you. I wanted something that you could wear for a couple of different places. That's why I would go with like something like this, because you can. This is packable. It's really light. It's actually, it looks like linen, but it's straw, and it's a really comfortable hat. But it can go more places. You could even put a pin on it. You know.
What inspired your spring 2013 hat collection?
Well, I would say what really inspired it was I started with larger brims first and moved in which the hats that you just said that came in, there were some larger brims in there. But what Kate Middleton pushed a style that I really always loved and wore myself, which is a fascinator or a cocktail hat. You know, I felt the smaller hat was easier to work in. I could see people. I did the Today shows pre the royal wedding. I always wore a fascinator, and the reason was because you could see my face and all that. All that could be a valid option, but it wasn't going to stay with us. So I thought, well, the thing is, it brought about trim. So last year, to answer the question in one way, the last year I really took the trim and I put it on medium-sized hats, and that really sold well and continues to sell well. Like the hat that I'm wearing. You know, there's a lot of trim on a medium brim, and but about Saratoga time, which is a northern race meet, midsummer, I all of a sudden started seeing these hats sell again, like almost a whole reversal from the Kate Middleton style. So I decided that really is what Americans love. They love the big drama, not the little drama, but they love the big drama. So I started out with wider brim hats and then started to design the line into the medium brims again, and then the fascinators.
What advice can you give to people that want to become milliners? Like, what is one job that you find the hardest to do, or what's your favorite part about your work?
Well, I love it all, but you want to call my office? I'll tell you. Everybody's good at different things, which works well, and has preferences, which makes a team. But I would say the thing that I like the least...
Nothing. That's what I have to say.
I just really have a hard time. Well, yeah, in your business, what is it?
Blogging and
fashion. Writing is the hardest thing. And designers have to write because they have to explain their product. I think that's the hardest thing. Translating visual to words is probably the hardest thing that I'll give away the first and try to avoid. But I really love the construction.
Anything else you'd like to tell us about Christine Amor millinery, or yourself, or a particular hat you have in mind?
I think that one thing that occurs to me is that I love making hats, but I also love going and meeting the people that are wearing them and designing and talking about them and educating people, about hats, because I think it's such an amazing craft that I want people to dress, and I really want people to feel great about themselves, and I think that's the one thing that that I would say as an artist, I love getting out there and meeting people because people inspire my designs too. When I see people, seeing more faces in my hats, and then talking to them and finding out what they're really looking for, this kind of helps to inspire all of the hats. And with and part of it, years ago I used to do, because I actually am a numbers person, which if you know how hats are made, you'd understand why I would be more of a numbers person than a writer. But the thing is that I used to do a code, and every hat had a code. So I knew a crown block, brim block, I knew everything that would go into this hat. Well, my first rep said, you can't do that. You need to have you need to have names too, because it'll make it more personal. So one of the things about traveling is that you need more people to get more names. And so there'll be an Abby hat just from meeting you, and yeah, I mean because I'll be like, okay, when I design, I'll think of I might design a hat and go, this person will look great in this hat. Yeah. And then it becomes, or it's a series, I did a special order for them, and then I took that design and morphed it into something else, and then that becomes the Maryland or something. Yeah. I would name the Dottie the Julia Roberts, but I don't think I could do that.
That's kind of like Julia Roberts hat.
Yeah, like in Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I love that movie.
In this hat from this angle, you see, you look like a Downton Abbey. I mean, you look like actually maybe more Gibson girl. Yeah. Yeah.